Started out, what years did you attend camp? Do you remember?
No, I went 3 or 4 years is all I remember.
Okay.
And I think the war was going the last year I was there.
Okay. Were they consecutive years, or
yes,
you missed
yes.
it? Okay.
Well, I missed the 1 year with Poison Ivy.
Right.
Yeah, but other than that, it was consecutive years. And Grandpa had us go up for 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks in August.
Uh-huh.
And then my dad's holidays were the last 2.
Oh, I see.
And most of the years, we went down by boat.
Okay.
We'd go up to Grandpa's, and he'd boat us down.
Right. And Grandpa was?
Felix
Brownscombe.
Brownscombe.
He's canoe fame.
Canoe, city treasurer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you'd go up for a couple of weeks?
We'd go to the camp, we'd go to the cottage, and he'd take us by boat down to the cottage.
Okay.
1 year, we took the bus in. I remember sitting on the steps at the Y, waiting for the bus to come.
Right.
And that road was barely passable. It was...
More like a cow path?
Oh, a truck could get in. I don't think a car could have.
Okay.
And I don't remember any cottages.
Okay.
I think it was pretty remote.
Yeah.
And, and that's...
And why did your parents send you there?
I think Grandpa gave my parents a break.
Okay.
He got away well, we spent the last 2 weeks in August.
Right. Because there were 4 boys and 2 girls in the family.
Yeah.
So they sent all the boys to camp.
And the girls to YWCA.
To the YWCA camp. And that was on Stony as well?
Yes, just out from McCracken's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bet your mother was relieved.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the year I was alone with my mother because I had my mother all to me.
Oh, yes, yes. No competition that summer.
No.
Yeah. Or at least for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you not really want to go to camp?
Sorry?
You didn't really want to go to camp?
No. We weren't really popular, and we had a very full life in Toronto as kids growing up at the beach.
Right. And you weren't popular because you were from Toronto?
We were born in Toronto.
Right.
I was born in Balsam. Doug, I guess, was born in Peterborough. My older brother. I think I'm pretty sure he was born in Peterborough.
Right.
To Dr. Yelland.
Uh-huh.
Was there a Dr. Yelland? Yeah, we were mixed up with the Yelland family somehow.
So you didn't want to go to camp particularly?
No.
Did you have a good time?
I don't remember it negatively.
Okay.
So it must have been all right, although I hated getting up so early in the morning and so cold.
Right.
What time did they get you up, Jack?
Must have been 7, and we had to go out and raise the flag.
Oh, okay.
And it was cold. Go there first thing in the morning and then raise the flag.
Right. Did you have any other rituals that you went through?
Well, you had, we played games,
right,
of course. And the afternoons we had craft times when we had to do craft work.
Right.
With birch bark or stones or stuff you'd try. And I don't know whether it's the right time, but my brother, he taught, my older brother Doug, who was kind of out with the other 3. The 3 of us were thick as fleas, and Doug was a little bit ahead of us. And he used to teach building model airplanes.
Okay.
And they'd go to Lakefield. I don't know how they went to Lakefield. And he would buy airplane kits. He'd bring them back and sell them to the students.
Okay. He was enterprising.
Yes, and he, this one day, for some reason, he didn't get back. I don't know why. Anyhow, he hitchhiked or walked back up to Kawartha Park Marina, and then he swam across the lake. And he must have walked or hitchhiked, because I think it was after dark.
Oh dear.
And he was in real trouble. They wanted to throw him out of the camp for doing that.
Oh, okay.
But he made a few dollars, and that is fun.
Did you get up to any mischief while you were there?
Not mischief, I don't think, but we had games and stuff that were strange. And we'd hang a hanky in our trousers, and then you'd you tear it out. It was a little complicated, but it was quite an aggressive game,
Oh, okay.
which I enjoyed. You
Okay.
had to wrestle and try to get the hanky out of the other guy.
Oh, I see.
And I think we played British Bulldog, where you tried to charge through, and I liked the physical contact.
Right,
It was,
right.
they were good games.
Were they trying to teach you outdoor skills?
It may have been part of it.
Right. Fire lighting, that sort of thing?
And another, it seems strange, but we were out with towels trying to capture birds.
Okay.
I wish somebody else could fill the part in.
Yeah,
But I remember trying to throw a towel over birds.
okay.
A partridge or what?
Eh?
A partridge?
I don't, at that time of the year, the partridge were,
Yeah.
I don't know.
To study the birds, maybe?
That may have been, we certainly had outdoor classes.
Right. Do you remember who was in charge out there at the time?
No,
No, okay.
no.
Was there a cook?
There was a cook, and we made his life miserable, well, some people did. And you can dispute this, but we had finger bowls.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
The bread, they used to use paintbrushes to put the butter on the bread.
Okay.
So that was it. You'd dump the butter in
Yeah.
a paintbrush and
Yeah.
you'd paint the bread.
Sure.
But the guys used to tease them. And you should shut the can. I swear he put some acid in the finger bowls.
Oh, okay.
And there was all hector rays. I don't think it was threatening, but it would give you a bit of a burn on your
A
hands.
little sting a little bit. Yeah.
I don't know that you even want
Some
that.
messaging there.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
But I definitely remember that.
yeah. Were there many counselors or just,
I don't remember.
Okay.
There was the senior camp and the junior camp.
okay,
I think there was a cookhouse and the junior camp and the senior camp.
right,
And Doug was in the senior camp.
right. And the rest of you were in the junior?
We were, the three of us were in the junior camp.
Right.
And we had a regatta
Uh-huh.
and we had a war canoe.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know who did we race. I don't think we raced the women. So they must have imported other war canoes.
Right,
And it was made up of the seniors.
right.
And I was the only one from the junior camp that was allowed to paddle with the seniors.
I see, okay.
And
Did you race maybe other cottagers or?
But no, it was war canoes. They
Okay.
weren't ordinary canoes.
Yeah, that'd be hard to find.
Where did you
Yeah.
race to, Jack?
Pardon?
Where did you race to?
Up to Burley.
So from the camp all the way
Yeah,
to Burley
yeah.
and back?
Yeah, I can remember
Wow.
paddling past the island in the war canoe.
And did you do a loop and come all the way back, or the race was
I
just?
think the race was up there, but I wouldn't be sure.
Yeah,
But it was quite an honor to be. And I learned there that your arms get tired, but you ignore that, and then you go on forever.
okay, there, that's true.
It is true.
It's all mental.
And
Yeah.
when I was in the army, I found it was the same in running.
Yeah,
That if you ran, your legs got tired, but you run through that, or you paddle through that, and you can keep going indefinitely.
yeah.
And I used to win races in the army because I just kept running.
Yeah.
Which was,
Good lesson. Did you have any other lessons that you learned there that you used later in life or throughout your life?
I don't think so. We used to paddle down to Lakeville. I don't know how often, but I remember paddling down to Lakeville, so we must have gone through the locks in Young's Point. And then we landed, and there was a store. I could show you where the store was.
Mm-hmm.
It's a house now, it's not a store.
Okay.
But we were allowed to spend something like 10 cents on
Ooh.
treats. Well, we
Wow.
were restricted how much money,
Yeah,
but we didn't have.
yeah,
You probably took 25 cents with you when you went to camp.
yeah.
But I remember paddling down to Young's Point, which is a pretty healthy paddle.
Yes, yeah.
And we must have been using, I would think there was a boathouse down by the water
Uh-huh.
and a little screened-in area for swimming.
Right. What other buildings were present? Do you
I don't
remember?
remember
Did you sleep in
the
cabins
cookhouse.
or?
No, there was a sort of a dormitory, a long cabin.
Okay,
And we slept in one, the senior boys, I think there was two of those, and the cookhouse and the boathouse.
right.
And I don't remember how many canoes they had.
Any tents or anything?
I don't remember tents,
Okay,
but we'd have a fire in the evening down by
yeah,
the water. Mosquitoes would be bad.
I bet.
We were up using a crosscut at the back of the camp.
So you had to supply the wood and,
Well, for some reason, we had this big two-man saw, and my brother and I, Ross, were walking along. We were doing, walking and swinging it back and forth, and it hit his leg, and it took a chunk out of his leg. And they thought the best way to sterilize it was to put gas on it, so they put gas in this great gap in his leg.
bet you that was helpful.
Sorry?
I bet you that was helpful.
Well, I know he didn't like it.
Like
And
so.
I don't know that it's actually sterilizing at all.
No.
But at the time, the counselor, they put this,
Good medical care?
no.
No, not at all.
Yeah.